Hey everyone, welcome to the UVD Weekly Wrap-Up, the show where the team from UrbanVinylDaily.com goes over everything there is to know in the designer toy, art, street art, and Sofubi world. I'm your host, Travis Likens.
And I'm Ben Pierce.
And we're here for episode 26, which is the last episode of 2016. This episode we have titled New Year, New Beginnings.
A New Hope.
A New Hope. So first off, though, we want to thank our sponsors, starting off with Martian Toys,
Galerie F,
Rotofuqui,
and Strange Cat Toys.
And if you happen to be doing some shopping over on StrangeCatToys.com, make sure to use the code UVD at checkout, and you'll receive 10% off your order, which is kind of like getting free shipping.
Almost. Depends on how much you spend.
Yeah, it depends on how much you spend. You could save more than shipping if you bought a whole bunch of stuff. So,
or if they offered free shipping to begin with after a certain amount.
Yeah, maybe they do. I don't know. But you can save 10% by using the code UVD at checkout. So it's the end of 2016, and
boy, has it been a rough one.
I don't think it's been that bad for us. We had a pretty good year at UVD. We had a successful Kickstarter. We've had toys go out to customers.
We had well-received interviews too.
Yeah, DesignerCon went really well for UVD. We had a lot of stuff, and of course, we now are a video podcast instead of just doing the old blog thing. So 2016 was a new year for us, and we had a lot of stuff that we had never done before that now we do.
Remember that for next year for most improved blog. Us. We made the jump.
Most improved something. We've never really fit a mold, so we're not really improving anything. But 2017, we have tons of stuff in store, including Kickstarters, art shows. That's already been announced. Luna Art Show.
Life-sized cardboard cutouts of both of us.
Oh yeah, we'll do that. Kickstart that up right now. It'll be like those heads that people have at like the NBA games.
The fat heads.
Yeah, like the fat head, just like the ones they hold up.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like that, but us, and you can pretend to be us. So
who would want to?
I don't know. If you want to come pretend to be us, come hang out on the desk here, and you can be on the show with us if you want to be so. So just hit us up. But rolling into news, we have some short news here, and then we're going to do a little bit of a freeform. But starting out December 28th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Violence Toys will be launching their leftover DesignerCon products on their site. But this release also includes new releases in the form of a glow red to orange colorway of the Tower figure and the Mutant Cop figure, which we saw at DesignerCon. And these things are pretty good size figures. So if you're a fan of like soft vinyl and creepy moldy looking thing, this is right up your alley. All of this will be available at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, violencetoy.com. Make sure to head over there, support these guys, help them sell out, and hopefully they'll get some more. Included in those DesignerCon leftovers, though, are figure releases and one-off pieces that they had available at the show. So if you missed out, didn't make it to DesignerCon, now's your chance. They didn't dump it immediately. They let you, save up some money from the Christmas shopping. Hopefully you got some Christmas money. Spend it over there.
And you didn't spend it on us, which we're a little bit offended about, but no harm, no foul.
Yeah, we didn't get any gifts in the mail.
And again, no one knows where we live. So,
so that's probably part of the
surprise
problem.
There.
Yeah, it's probably part of the problem.
So the next piece comes with a little bit of odd timing in that the Scott Tolleson and Kidrobot Pipkin figure, which is a 7-inch Labbit, kind of was officially announced on, uncoincidentally, the death of the author of the book Watership Down, Richard Adams. But I'm sure it's been long in the works. But
yeah, they had the pre-orders a few months ago just off the vector. So they revealed the product photos is what happened, and it just happened to be the same day, which that's crazy, but sometimes it just works out that way.
So it's a 7-inch Labbit that's $50 and will be shipping next month in January. So
yeah, looks like a really cool figure. Has the like a sewn
sweater.
Yeah, fabric sweater, which I think is a really cool addition to the figure. I'm not the hugest fan of the way the glasses, not necessarily the glasses, but the eyeballs, but that's just me. I mean, again, I'm not the expert on anything except for the fact of what I like and what I don't like. And I'm not saying it's a bad figure. I think it's really cool. And I think the shirt is a really good addition. It's just not for me. So, dang, Ben, no response at all.
No, I'm gonna let the jury be out. I don't want Scott hunting me down.
He hunts you down.
Unlike he's gonna hunt you down.
Yeah, he's gonna write me a letter. We'll see. So next up on the news, we have coming our way is that Galerie F is moving. But
Where are they moving?
Don't worry, folks. They're just moving like down the street or across the street. Not too far. But
they're not moving on up to the Lower East Side.
They're not. No.
Moving on up.
They're just kind of
moving on up.
They're just kind of moving across the street. But if you are a fan of the gallery and the products that they have, we got big news for you. They are offering 30% off of almost everything in their store. So basically everything they have,
except
JC Rivera products, are 30% off now through January 6th.
Good deal.
Yeah. So head over to their store and you can grab things. The store is officially closed, like the retail location, but online you can go over and grab pieces for 30% off of what they originally were. They had a lot of great products from people like Scent Rock, Ello, Gooseneck, and many, many more available for 30% off of their retail price.
While we're in Chicago, Rotofuqui.
I don't even know what you were trying to say there.
Rotofuqui. It is going to be opening up their sale of the Squadt Gast S00120, which is a 20-inch figure, and is based on the 6-inch figure that's the same design. These will be $499, 55 pieces each, and will go on sale December 31st at 10:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the reason it's not 11, I think, is so that as time changes to Tokyo, people don't get mixed up on which 12 o'clock it is.
Yeah. And also, too, it's just a really cool figure. Mm-hmm. It's just a little bit out of my price range. So if you're in the market for something like this, grab it.
So other than the price, a 20-inch figure is not too big for you?
No. I'd like to have like some of those larger figures. I don't have any in my house, but I would like to have.
Where do they go?
Where they go on like the top of a bookshelf or something. Not in here. This is like the toy office. It doesn't go in here or on the floor. I don't know. They're really cool. You've seen them before at Rotofgui,
I understand
right?
what a 20-inch figure looks like.
No, I mean like you've seen them though. They're
yeah.
a little bit bigger than your normal 20-inch because their heads are so wide that they're like really wide figures too. So it's a pretty girthy piece of vinyl. But it's a really cool looking thing. And if you have the room and the space for it and the money, buy it. Because these are sure to go pretty quick because he has, a huge following and everything like that. So, is this the final piece of news we have? Or do you have one more?
We each have one more.
Okay. So we both have one more. But Roger Gastman has a new movie for you guys to check out. We don't often talk about movies. But
when we do,
this one involves graffiti.
Oh.
So the film is called Wall Riders, graffiti in its innocence.
I imagine it's writer and not rider, like a wall rider, like you're.
Oh no, writer. Yes, writers. So anyway, so this movie tells the history of the birth of graffiti as we know it. Talks about graffiti in NYC and Philly in the years of 1967 through 1973. So this is talking about the very early on times of of graffiti and how it kind of came to be before it really got commercialized and made into what it is today. You can currently grab this film over on iTunes, but to coincide with this, they are having a contest with sprayplanet.com. There's going to be 3 winners for this contest, and you don't have to buy the movie to enter the contest. Even better, right? So all you have to do is head over to sprayplanet.com. We'll put a link down in the show notes, but you could win shirts, prints, and Spray Planet gift cards. And the grand prize was like a print and $100 gift card. So if you're a fan of the film or just sprayplanet.com in general, this is a great way to, enter, help support, and you just go over to their site and put in your information and you're good to go. But make sure to check out the movie. It's a really interesting look at the history of graffiti and how it has gotten to where it is today. So,
which I haven't seen the movie yet, but these endeavors usually seem kind of iffy in that they kind of cherry pick or just kind of highlight certain things like the Get Down, which is the hip hop in New York. they focus on some people, but there's obviously going to be other people that they could have talked to or should have talked to or stuff like that. So
the Get Down
they're not always all encompassing.
But the Get Down was more of a scripted type situation. This is more of a documentary.
Well, still, it's the same difference in that when you document things, you still you're not going to hit everything. And
you're not going to hit everything. But
none of these things are going to be all encompassing.
I generally follow a documentary more closely as far as like getting things correct than a scripted endeavor, I guess is what I'm saying. Because like when you're doing a scripted thing, you have to be able to excite people with story, so they gloss over things that are not as exciting as, say, other things they could be talking about, and they leave out important endeavors and things like that. But that is a totally different podcast where we criticize movies and how they talk about things. Anyway, enter the contest, sprayplanet.com, or find a link down in the show notes. What else do you have, Ben?
Last piece to close us out before we wax and wane over stuff for next year is Yeti McCadden. I'm really just failing at this. Yeti McCadden is a group show at Mothership Gallery in Philadelphia, January 21st, and features the likes of Igor Ventura, Gary Ham, Jason Limon, and others that I did not write down.
Wow, encompassing. No, just
very
kidding.
Encompassing.
No, so
3 out of like the 20.
So if you happen to be in Philly and you want to check out something cool, Mothership Gallery has lots and lots of designer toys available for you to pick up. Lots of shows going on throughout 2017. They also have Luna available. So if you happen to be in the area and are looking for the blue retailer edition of Luna and you don't want to pay shipping, head over to the store, support the guys over at Mothership, and help them keep their doors open and help them stay a fixture in the Philly art scene for 2017 and beyond. So what we are going to do for our New Year, New Beginnings show, we wanted to talk a little bit about 2017, and we'll start out by talking about some of the stuff that we know, most of which involves...
that we can talk about.
Yeah, most of which involves Kidrobot products that we have so far. We obviously just talked about Scott Tolleson's new Labbit release. It'll be hitting stores and shipping within the next month. But keep in mind that Kidrobot has a new Donny series with Jayru, the Arcane Divination
as
series.
The curator.
That is going to be coming in 2017 as well. So it has a ton of different artists, all based around the tarot card theme. We've seen some of the reveals, not many so far, but the ones so far look really cool. The sculpting work looks insane on a lot of these figures. So it'll be very interesting to see once they reveal all of them, where they fit in your collection. A lot of people, collect the cuter side of things. Some people collect the darker side. This is definitely for the darker, creepier kind of collector, not necessarily the cute person.
I wonder if one of those figures is going to hit the Motorhead collectors because it's like the big and horns. And stuff
the
like
big
that.
horns. Like I could see that. I kind of thought Motorhead when I saw that one as well. Included with that release, we don't know at this point if it's going to be exactly the same time or not, but there will also be an 8-inch Jayru Donny that'll be releasing that, kind of features a skull. We got to see a preview of it at DesignerCon.
With a little crystal ball.
Yeah, with a little crystal ball 3-inch Donny that's included with it. Looks really cool. The sculpting on the, on the big 8-inch Donny, actually, when it's in the bone color, it really kind of looks like it's like sculpted out of like a bone or something. They did a really good job on the one we saw at DesignerCon. Excited for that release. I'm probably going to be picking that one up myself, which isn't always the case for me with Donnies these days. So I'm pretty excited for that. We also have seen reveals for the Clutter DTA Donny series. Donny shit.
I heard that.
Donny series. That'll be releasing in the second quarter of 2017. Includes people like Andrea Kang, the bots, Gary Ham. Is that it? We probably should have wrote that down.
And more.
And maybe more. Each of them had 3 designs. Some of them got additional colorways, so they may have 4 figures in the series.
I think they'd have 3. So if it's 13 total figures with a certain mystery grayed out figure that looks familiar to one of the other figures.
No, some of them have 3 designs, but some of them have a 4th Donny. So that's just a different color. So it's a variant.
Well, I thought the one that was grayed out was a specific variant of.
Yeah, but Gary has 2 that are, he has 3 designs, but he has 2 colorways.
Four
yes. So there's some have 4, others have 3. And the series looks pretty good. Gary's has these little like micro dunnies that I heard on the Marcham Toy Hour actually going to be removable.
Huh.
So they're like this big, I guess. I don't know.
What about the little treehouse one? Is it going to swing? The little swing's going to go back and forth?
Yeah, and the dunny's going to be removable. Maybe with like a little peg on the swing or whatever. So
I feel like that's very easy to get wrong, though.
You could choke on it.
You could choke on it, yeah. But as far as from production, I see that being a possibility of
things we'll see.
Going south.
They had little tiny dunnies before, and those were fine.
They also had the gumball machine gumballs in there, but
yeah,
that's pretty easy. They're just little ball bearings of plastic.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Looks like a cool series, though. Excited to see that in this series, none of these artists before have had dunnies. So it's exciting to see Kidrobot getting back to bringing new artists to the mainstream, we'll say, even though some of these people have been waiting on a dunny a long time.
Or have had androids.
Gary. It's cool to see them finally kind of getting back to that, where to me, Kidrobot at one point was very good at having series that included established artists with new artists that kind of helped round out a series that people were looking for a Hucky, we'll say, but then they also were like, oh, I could get this JPK. And JPK is kind of like new and in the customizer scene at the time, back then. And it just kind of helped attract people to his work as well as, somebody maybe who's a JPK fan didn't know who Hucky was. Mm-hmm. Well, I doubt that was the thing, but maybe, sometimes though the new artist does help pull people to designer toys as well if they didn't collect before. So maybe we'll see. I'm excited to see what they do with the series. Hopefully, we were talking about this before the show. It's interesting to see that they are releasing 2 Donny series basically in the same 6 months of each other. Kidrobot used to release 3 series-ish a year, it seemed like, for a long time. Sometimes it was like Fat Caps and Dunnies together. Sometimes it was just Dunnies. Is there a worry of oversaturation?
Let's hope it's not like Azteca 2, where everything was pretty much stacked on top of each other.
I think they just overproduced that one, but that's a whole nother situation. If you were a collector back then, there were periods of time where you could get them for like 50 cents a piece, $1 a piece, through sales.
I thought even then it was like Azteca 2, and then there was like the Donny 2010 series came out almost on top of each other.
I cannot remember, but yeah, it was very close together, and the Azteca 2 seemed overproduced or something because they were at every closeout site you could imagine for like no money, which was great for the customizer, but it was horrible for the collector. And I think I'm going to attribute that to the beginning of the fall.
Like fall from grace.
I mean, it was just kind of the beginning of like, everybody was like, what's going on? Why is all this stuff going for like no money? But that's a whole nother conversation. Hopefully these Donny series are different enough that they're not encroaching on the same market. One is playing to the creep collector. one is playing to the cute collector. So it's, to me, they're different markets. The market that is going to hurt is the Donny collector that just collects Dunnies. That's not specifically like, I like creepy, I like cute, I just like Dunnies. That's the person that's going to feel the pain the most.
Maybe we should call these people mystical as compared to creeps.
The creep collectors. I'm a creep collector. I have a lot of creepy stuff.
Is this like a TLC or a Radiohead creep?
I think it's like a TLC like TV show. Like where they're basically just playing off of like every circus freak that ever existed. Some of them are like,
it's American Horror Show.
Yeah, like American Horror Story. That's another one that's just like, they just play off of people's like creepy like dreams and whatnot. I don't know. People like to stare at that kind of stuff, and that's kind of what I feel like TLC and a few other shows like to play off of. Other than that, have you seen anything else that's like already kind of hinted at in 2017, like non-Kidrobot? There's probably going to be another Android series, Android Series 7. You can always look out for that. Those are on an annual kind of a run here. Have you seen anything specifically though, Ben? I'm going to take that as a no.
I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of kaiju that you're going to talk about. So.
Yeah, there will be a ton of kaiju for me to deal with, and basically put my name in the hat and never get selected for.
That's because you never asked me to do it. We could double up on it.
Yeah, but I'm not like that, so I don't want to. I don't want to be accused of using my friends to help me get things. So I just do it on my own. But anyway, so and it's with kaiju. To me, it's like you put in for it. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, yeah, there'll be another one. Like it's not like I mean, sometimes I'm like, man, I really want that colorway, but it's never like, oh, I gotta have it. If I don't get this, I'm gonna probably die or something. That never happens. So, and I don't go searching for it on the secondary market, so it's obviously not that important to me.
I kind of wonder if Kidrobot is gonna delve into DC stuff with Wonder Woman coming out next year.
Well, there's the Bob Burger series that's coming too.
I guess Kozik had one in one of his shots.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. And the Mad Balls.
Yeah,
those are coming out, I guess, technically in December, but they won't be hitting your store shelves really until 2017. But those look really, really good. Really impressed with the Mad Balls. The one I don't like personally is the Kidrobot, the one that looks like Kidrobot bot as a Mad Ball. I'm not a big fan of that one, but all the other ones, everything looks great on those. I can't wait to check out a couple of those for myself because I'll probably get some to sit on my desk. I think those are really cool.
And we were told in an interview that we did at DesignerCon that Jermaine Rogers is going to take all of your money pretty much.
He's going to take all your money, Ben.
I don't think so. As hard as some of those figures are to get, he's not going to get any of my money.
So the Veil, that's going to be out. And then there's going to be different colorways coming. But we are also told in those interviews that there are potential for more production and resin coming your way from Jermaine Rogers. Also, if you're a big fan of Urban Vinyl Daily,
we hope you are.
We're going to have some Kickstarters coming your way in 2017, one of which involving the bots.
Do tell.
Except
we can't.
We can tell you that it is going to be a plush. We can tell you that. That was announced already via their interview with the Toy Chronicle. We'll be working on a plush. Currently, that project is in the prototyping stage. So look for that in the next few months. Also, we'll say it. We're going to have a vinyl Kickstarter coming your way involving the artist Mike Fudge.
Ta-da.
That is also in the prototyping stage, so we don't have anything to reveal or talk about at this point. But we wanted to give you a little teaser for those people that actually listen to the show and
or watch
and actually give you guys a little bit of heads up about 2017 and what we are doing here at Urban Vinyl Daily. Other than that, I'm hoping we see more awesome production figures and cool little one-off series and things like that from little artists, and hopefully pins keep their legs through 2017.
I wonder if we could make a wall calendar of just us. Be like, oh, here's January with the guys huddled in coats.
It's just us sitting in front of our table with it's just us in different shirts at our table every month.
Here's July with a palm tree behind us.
Like we just take our picture and then Photoshop in the background. Yeah. Maybe that's 2018.
May or June is Wonder Woman as we celebrate Wonder Woman coming out.
We'll do a digital calendar. We'll just take pictures and digitally send it to people. But anyway, if you want to keep up with Urban Vinyl Daily on a more regular basis, how can you do that? You can head over to urbanvinyldaily.com where we talk about everything that we're doing, plus everything that's going on that we can't talk about here. And whenever we have time to post these days has been limited. But if you want to keep up with us on urbanvinyldaily.com, that's a great way to do it. You can also follow us on Instagram or Twitter at Urban Vinyl Daily. We post pictures from our collections and things that are going on that we retweet and repost and all that kind of stuff. So it's a great way to keep up with immediate news that we're doing, plus just pictures of things that we buy and whatnot. So,
but no food selfies.
Yeah, no food selfies. We don't really do that. But you can also keep up with us on Facebook, facebook.com/Urban Vinyl Daily. If you want to comment, like, or share our YouTube video, that is a great way to help us get more views and in turn help spread the word of designer toys to many other people in the world and hopefully grow our audience so that more people buy designer toys and make this a bigger thing. And
feel free to leave a comment on our Christmas reminiscings to let us know your funny Christmas stories.
So if you missed that, that's our last week's episode where we talked about funny things that happened during our childhood around the Christmas time frame.
And apparently I saved the best for last on that one.
Yeah, you did. That was a good story. I'd never heard it. So it definitely was a great way to roll out the end of the episode. But if you want to send us a more private message or want to talk to us about something like you have a production idea that you want to talk to us about, send it over to urbanvinyldaily@gmail.com and we'll get back to you with what we think or any kind of suggestions we can give you. Other than that, that's it for episode 26.
Happy New Year!
The end of 2016 as we know it. And I
the
guess
end of the world as we know it.
I guess the best way to sign off on this is if you guys hadn't heard that somebody that I grew up watching most of my life, Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, has passed away this past week.
And now she's finally reunited with R2D2.
And it was just a really sad year for celebrity deaths. A lot of people that helped shape us throughout our time growing up. So we just wanted to say we're going to change the ending of the show for this. Wherever you are, Princess Leia, may the Force be with you. Hey everyone, this is Travis Likens from Token Nerd Podcast, and I'm here today to tell you something about sponsorship. That's right, Token Nerd now has a sponsor. The fine folks at TenaciousToys.com, your source for designer toys, pop vinyl, original art, and more, are now our sponsor. And guess what? As a part of that, you can get 10% off your next order at TenaciousToys.com by entering the code TOKEN10 at checkout. That's right, 10% off. And not only are they giving you this code, they're also going to be sponsoring many of our Token Nerd giveaways in the next coming months. So make sure to follow us at token_nerd on Instagram to catch our latest giveaways.